In the meantime, this little girl's so young, right? So senseless. So how do we help our kids make sense of it? Family Talk founder, the president, Dr. James Dobson joins you right now. Doctor, you and I have chatted, sadly, during times of tragedy. And it's tough to make sense even among adults. How about with kids? I have, little boys about her age, and yeah, I don't know how you go on after something like this, or what kind of message you send them at a time like this. What?
Well, Neil, it makes no sense, and therefore you really can't put it into words that a child is going to fully comprehend. I think it's really important for a child to see that you're not frightened and you're not panic-stricken, and that your family is safe and will continue to be so. But as far as trying to explain this, I mean, none of us can. It's just incomprehensible that that beautiful little girl that we just saw, little Christina Green, who was born on 9/11, was killed in cold blood for no reason at all. That just breaks my heart.
You know, a lot of people question God at a time like this. Doctor, you've heard this so many times. A tragic development like this, a little girl take it from us this time. They always say, well, God would never allow something like that. How can there be a God if he allowed something like that? What do you say?
Well, I wrote a book called When God Doesn't Make Sense, and there are moments like that in everybody's life when you can't figure it out. I mean, you could put 50 theologians on a bus and truck them across the country, and they could talk and read the scripture for the rest of the summer, and they would not get an answer to some things. God is sovereign, and we just have to accept him, but we can trust him even when we can't track him. And I think that's what he wants. He wants faith in times like that, even when we can't figure it all out. I was a professor of pediatrics at the University of Southern California School of Medicine, and I saw little bald-headed babies dying. They never even knew why they suffered. There, again, there's just no easy answer for the why.
You know, it was a few days ago, Doctor, my own little 8-year-old, he was asking about this. And I was saying to him, well, Bradley, there are bad people in this world. Most are good people. Most are very kind and decent people. But there are bad people. And you have to realize that. And like a dumb dad, I really didn't know much else to say outside of saying, just know that you're loved, and that most people in this world are loving, and try to move on. But to me, and even saying it and repeating it now, it seemed kind of like empty rhetoric to I'm sure to an 8-year-old boy. But what do you say? What do you say to help kids make sense of a world they see suddenly populated by dangerous people?
The way you approach it depends on your theology. From my perspective, I would say to a child like that she is in heaven and we're going to see her again, and she's going to live throughout eternity. And this precious little girl died too early, but we leave it in God's hands, and someday you might even get an opportunity to talk to her. There's got to be some hope there. And at this moment, hope is kind of hard to come by.
Indeed. Doctor, thank you very much. We'll have more to this.